Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Get your thoughts on the whole WBC sanctioning fees thing. As a fighter, how do you feel about what Crawford said about sanctioning fees?
I mean, it makes sense, but I mean, I think he should have talked about it, before, because now he's talking about it when he don't need the WBC anymore. And he should have talked about it, way back when. When I said something, he should have spoke up and said something about it too. So I don't know, man. It is what it is.
Do you think that there needs to be a change to that system?
Yeah, definitely change. We definitely see, there need to be some account of where's the money going, because, I mean, we don't know. Is it going to, because all we see is like them having, big dinners at fights and big dinners fights and, they have big, what's the things they be throwing? Big annual, conventions and things like that. So, I mean, it should be accounting of where the money going. Like Canelo's huge purse, and then you get 3% of that or whatever y'all agree on. We need to at least know account of where is some of the money going to.
Hey, say big boss dog can't poke through the dope. Hit the touches by spoken about solidity. When tough times don't last, good people do don't have a simple kind of money. If I like you matter. Peak game, metaphors always one. Your boy just came from the doctor. Y'all continue to pray for me, man. I'ma pray for y'all. Errol Spence went to the Eastside Pitbull Cruz Lamont Roach fight. Of course, he was there supporting his fight with Frank Martin. And he just was barraged with a bunch of questions, right? Because everybody, when they see Errol Spence out, they start asking him, like, hey, when you coming back? And you could tell Errol Spence was irritated. I mean, you heard the audio. He was just like, bro, like, I'll come back when I'm ready. Like, I'm enjoying my family. I'm enjoying my kids in sports. You know what I mean? Got my fiance right here, like, and I didn't know that was his fiance. So apparently he proposed to her at some point. So he just, like, enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I told you, if Errol Spence don't decide to come back, he don't need to come back. You know what I mean? And then they try to bait him into, like, trash talk. So that was like, Errol, how much you weigh right now? Errol's like about 160 something, like 163 or 165 or something like that. And they was like, oh, you're 3 pounds from 168. Would you go fight Crawford at 168? And he like, yeah, definitely. Like, he just, you know what I'm saying? Like, he like, bro, like, why are you talking to me about Crawford? Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not worrying about boxing right now. You know what I mean? And it just crazy, like, how they just keep, like, hey, you're gonna rematch Crawford, or hey, you're gonna do this, hey, you're gonna come back and fight, hey. Yeah, Errol, like, bro, I'm enjoying my life right now. Like, I didn't get to do this when I was actively fighting. People don't understand when you boxing, like, you don't have a lot of time for your family, right? You gotta spend a lot of time training and, getting your mind right, getting your body right, preparing for these fights. It's a very lonely sport. You know what I'm saying? You're not around your family as much as you need to be, right? And that's stuff that these dudes don't understand, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta ask better questions. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it 1,000. Like, we don't ask, hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, I thought I had to sneeze. We don't ask good questions, right? So they just sitting there, they asking questions about Terrence Crawford, when you coming back, all this other stuff, because they want to be the first to break the news. Man, Errol, I'm telling you, if Errol come back, nobody gonna know. He just gonna pop up with a fight, I'm telling you. That's if he comes back, right? Me personally, I don't care if he comes back. I just want the dude to be healthy, enjoy his family. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I understand. Like, I've been in that ring, bro. I understand. I wasn't no pro fighter, but I know I prepare for fights. I know how lonely it is. You don't spend a lot of time with your kids or your family. You're away from them. You know what I mean? You irritated. It's a lot that go on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he spending time with his family. He being a dad, bro. He being a fiance to his woman. You know, he gonna marry her. Like, the dude happy, bro. This the first time, I ain't gonna lie to you, this the first time I seen this dude just genuinely happy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just keeping that thighs. I know y'all gonna be like, what you mean genuinely happy? I'm just talking about, like, just, you feel like the dude in a good place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when he was boxing, like, I don't feel like he was happy. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's outside boxing stuff. Keeping it on boxing stuff, dude gonna come back when he ready, bro. If he gonna fight, cool. If he not gonna fight, cool. I support it. You ain't gonna find no fighter like him that fight killers. That's what it is. The dude don't want no tune-ups. He wants smoke. That's just what it is, right? Dudes you ain't gonna find fighters like that. You even heard Roy Jones Jr. and Andre Ward say, man, Errol Spence, right? Something I've been telling y'all for the longest time. Errol Spence don't want no tune-ups. Andre Ward and them like, give me a tune-up, please. Give me a tune-up. Errol don't want no tune-ups. He want that smoke. He want that heat. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, he want to fight the best fights. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find a fighter who fighting these top fights back to back to back to back like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. I'm telling you, if he come back and fight, he gonna announce it. He ain't gonna tell nobody, I'm telling you. We just gonna pop up, Errol gonna show a flyer, you know? And he even said, like, man, I get offered fights all the time. Like, they call me all the time for fights, but, man, I ain't worrying about none of that stuff. Right now, I'm locked in on my kids and my family. But the purpose of this video, right? I had to mention all the other stuff. But the purpose of this video is they asked him about how did he feel about Terrence Crawford. See, this is what I'm saying. How they try to get you to say something bad about Crawford, because they want us, you know, they want that press. They want him to, you know, say something crazy about Crawford, right? But they asked him about how did he feel about Terrence Crawford speaking about the WBC, and Errol Spence said, well, he wasn't talking like that when I spoke out about it. He didn't co-sign it when I spoke out about it. So, you know, I just find it, you know, a little strange that he talking about it now. But he said, hey, it is what it is. And he left it alone, right? He ain't harp on it, nothing. It is a bit strange. Like, look, originally, like Terrence Crawford, and I told you, Terrence Crawford said some things, a lot of things that was true, right? I just question the intent of it all now. Because, like, you're a guy who built your career on belts and accolades, right? That was something that you held over Errol, right? When people start talking about Errol got a better resume than him, right? Or a lot of fighters got better resumes. He was like, but they never been undisputed, you know? Or he don't even got, or if it's a fighter that's a popular fighter, but they ain't got no belt, he ain't never had no belt. You know what I'm saying? So Crawford is a guy who looks at belts as trophies, right? He looks at it as trophies. And when you sit there and you analyze and look at, you know, what he was saying, I mean, like, on a surface level, you like, dang, Crawford coming to the light. But then you start, like, looking deeper, you like, hold on. Turkey had beef with the WBC. Crawford now has beef with the WBC. Then he talking about Turkey, get that job done. Then you have Bernie, the boxer, talking about Crawford is his own man. He wouldn't do that. You don't know what these dudes do for money. We literally just seen Canelo sell his soul. He turned to a prostitute. Don't need to keep telling y'all that. This man sold his soul and it backfired on him. You know what I'm saying? Now Canelo can't even come to America. He in Mexico. When you look at Canelo, he's still posting, but he in Mexico. He in his secluded area in Mexico. We just keeping that 1,000. Right? So I'm just keeping it real with y'all boys, man. Right? Y'all had a valid point. You're like, man, he wasn't talking like that when you know, I was talking about it when I was like, where's this money going? But he also agreed with Crawford. He said, yeah, I agree. Like, you know, we need to find out where this money going, because we giving them this money. You know, they taking 3%, you know, and it's like, where's this money going? So he agreed with everything Crawford was saying. He just was like, I just find it weird he's speaking about it now, because he said he didn't speak about it when I brought it up. He didn't co-sign it when I was talking about it. You know what I mean? So that's what it boils down to. Errol was the first one to bring that up. He was like, man, we need to start questioning where these stuff going to. Now Crawford do it. It's like, Crawford's fed up with the belts. Crawford. Errol Spence was the first one to talk about this. Errol Spence was the first one to bring up, hey, where's this money going? That wasn't talked about, right? Crawford talked about it. Oh, he's sticking it to the WBC. He's the man. Yeah, man, we ain't trying to hear all that, bro. Errol Spence was the first one to bring that stuff up, right? He was the first one to bring it up and talk about where's this money going. You know what I'm saying? That's just real talk. Get mad at your mama, not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just being real. And I saw Terrence Crawford stole my little saying. Hey, I'm telling you, that nigga be watching my videos. Somebody in his camp be watching my videos, bro. Because the man stole my saying. The man took what I said and used it in his tweet. Get mad at your mama, not me. That man be watching my vids, bro. I don't know. Lil Hawk, man, he be watching Boss Hog channel, man. That man said, get mad at your mama, not me. I say that. I'm the one that used that phrase. I said, man, this man be watching my channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Like I say, Terrence Crawford, I just question his intent. If his intent was genuine, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got nothing to say. Right? Because, like I said, a lot of stuff he said was the truth. But the thing is like, why now, though? You know, why you didn't say this a long time ago? Right? Why now? Why are you sitting there saying all this now? That's where you really start thinking, like, why is he doing all this now? Like, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss guy.